Hi guys, welcome. This is going to be a video of how to use Phemex account to place a trade. So I'm going to share my screen right here and I'm going to show you how you're going to use this new account that you have just created in order for you to place your trade. Now you might have added up at this main page right here that you're looking on my screen. Then the very first thing that you need to do, if you haven't downloaded on your phone or even on your computer, basically you don't need to download it. Basically it is just a browser. You just need to log on to phemex.com. Then you should be able to see this page that's popping up right here. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. All right, so once you have saw this main screen here, whichever screen that you might have ended on, you might just wanted to log in first. So just hover your mouse to the login button and you're going to see a page like this. So here, just key in your email. I'm just going to key in my email quickly and the password, and you log in. And of course, for those of you who haven't linked your Google verification, please make sure you do that in order for you to increase security to your account. So I'm going to grab my security pin. And here I am. I am already logged in into one of my account right here. So this is going to be the main page. And I would like you to hover to a few places. Right? So over here, they might having a few things that you can explore around. But the very first thing that I would like you to do is to hover around to your assets. Okay, so this is going to be the section where you're going to learn on how you can use your wallet to send USDT or to send crypto to your friends and even to receive USDT or crypto from your friends. Okay, so when you hover around to your assets, I would like you to click on it and this page will appear. On the left hand side of the menu, you are going to see a few accounts like spot account, contract account, margin account, investment account, and so on. So all these accounts right here, we are only mainly going to use either spot account and contract account, either both of these two. So I would like you to pay attention to both of these accounts first. Now, if I'm going to look over slightly to the middle of the screen, I'm going to see my assets. So this is my total assets in Malaysian ringgit. So you can also change your local currency to USDT or in Bitcoin or to your local currency that you would like to display right here. Now, how can you change your local currency? You might need to head on to your profile. This mini icon here is a profile. You can hover to the setting part and here you can see your language that you would like to set and also the currency conversion that is going to be your local currency displayed like what you saw just now. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the screen of my asset again, over there and click onto here. So this is my total asset, estimated total balance that I have on my trading balance. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is that if I am about to receive crypto from a friend, they might be requesting your wallet address from you. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to provide them my wallet address. So where can I find my wallet address is to hover your mouse onto deposit. You click onto that. Then click on crypto deposit because you wanted to receive crypto. And here you will see a few things. Okay, let's say, for example, you are going to receive USDT, which is Theta US. You're going to choose from the drop down menu which are the coins that you're about to receive from your friend. Let's say, for example, you're going to receive USDT. Click onto here and you are going to select the network. Okay, this is very, very important because especially when you use Theta US, you're going to make sure that you are going to use the right network. Okay, for instance, if I'm going to click onto TRC20, so this is going to be your wallet address that you're supposed to provide to your friend that is about to send a USDT to you. Okay, and your deposit will end up in your spot account. If you don't want to end up in your spot account, you can also click to end it up in your contract account. Okay, So once you have this done, here you won't be able to see how much is going to be the charges. Okay, expected arrival, that means they need to clear one network confirmation before the funds can be received in your account. So this is going to be your address that you're supposed to copy and send it to your friends under this TRC20. Okay, and recently I have just found out, because due to the sending of this free airdrop to some of you guys, I have noticed that the charges in Polygon, it is actually cheaper, but however, it has like more network confirmation to be accomplished before you can receive the funds. And we have actually tried this out, and 128 network confirmation takes roughly about 10 to 15 minutes time before you can receive your funds. And TRC20 one network confirmation, it takes about roughly 5 to 10 minutes time. So I would say that it is not much of a difference, but Polygon actually more cheaper in terms of the gas fee or the transaction fee charged by the blockchain. Now, even though they have like more network confirmation to be achieved. All right, so these are the things that you need to take note. So first of all, choose what are the coins you would like to receive from your friend, and make sure that you give them the right network. Then you copy this. This is your address. You can click on this icon, copy it, then you just paste it to your friends and receive your funds in no time. Okay, so that is on the receiving end of crypto. Now, what about if you would like to send funds to your friends? Same goes to the asset part. Just click onto the asset again. So we start all over again. Let's say I would like to send funds to my friend. Then I need to click on withdraw. Okay. So when I click on withdraw, this is crypto withdrawal. What are the coins that I would like to withdraw out from my account to my friends? For example, I'm going to send USDT to my friends. Then I'm going to click USDT. Then again, I'm going to make sure that which network that I'm supposed to use in order for me to send this USDT to my friend. For instance, I'm going to use TRC20. Then you're supposed to place it or click in the paste the address sent by your friends, which is in TRC20 network. Now, let me just give you one example. Let me just copy one wrong address and see what happens. So you need to make sure that your funds and your wallet is at the correct network. Okay, for instance, this is TRC20, and this is somewhat rather a wrong address. Okay, I just simply put one address in. And the moment we see, like when I try to click on the withdrawal amount, it will ask me to input the right withdrawal address, which means this address, it doesn't correlate to TRC20 network, maybe something else. Okay, so let me just try another example. Just give me a second. Okay, for instance, let me see this one. Okay, I'm pasting one new address in. So this is not the right address because it is not under TRC20. But watch this. The moment when I click Polygon and I paste back the same address, and it actually works. You see that? So make sure that your USDT is the coin that you want to transfer. Make sure that you are going to use the right network in order for you to send out funds to your friends. Okay, so for instance, this address belongs to a Polygon network. So when I choose Polygon, it has no issue at all when I click on the withdrawal amount, when I want to key in my withdrawal amount. But however, if I'm going to choose TRC20, and the moment when I click onto withdrawal amount, this note will pop up, meaning that this address, it doesn't belong to TRC20 network. Got it? So from here, what you're going to see apart from putting your address, okay, let me just put that in again. And right here, number 4, withdrawal amount. The moment when you put an amount right here, it will also show you the withdrawal fee. Okay, see that is 0.15, which means if you're about to send $100 to this account or to this wallet address, it is going to deduct 0.15 USDT, and this is the amount that they will receive it at the end of the day. Okay, so this is by using Polygon. But what if I'm going to use TRC20? Okay, now can you see that the moment when I change this TRC20, the withdrawal fee has changed to 1 USDT? You can actually check the rest of the network as well. TRC20 costs you 1 USDT. This ERC20 costs you 3.68, which is slightly expensive. Solana is 1. Polygon is 0.15 only. Phantom, I can't use that yet for some certain reason. BSC is a zero point 0.5 USDT. Arbitrum 1 is 0.55 USDT. So by far at this moment of time, Polygon give us the cheapest rate to transfer USDT out to your friends. Okay, so just take that in mind. So once you have paste the right address, choose the right network, key in the amount. Okay, let's say just simply put in amount. Just click on withdraw, and your friend is going to receive. Oh, so sorry, not yet. Once you click on withdraw, you're going to see this Google authenticated code to be input. So input your Google authenticated code, click on submit, then you are going to receive an email confirmation. So you need to go to your email and click the confirm button in order for these transactions to be completed. Okay, without that, the transaction is still hanging, and after 30 minutes, the transaction will be canceled. Okay, so make sure that after you have clicked your submit button, after you have input your Google authenticated code, click on the submit button, go to your email and click that confirmation button right there before the funds can be transferred. All right. So that is going to be the asset deposit and also withdrawal, how you can send funds to your friends under the assets columns right here. Okay. So again, your assets, what I mentioned just now, is like how you're going to deposit it and how you're going to transfer it out. That is going to be the withdrawal. Okay. Now, what is this transfer button means? Now, do you notice that over the right side here, there are a couple of wallets available in your account? You have spot account, contract, margin, investment, and so on. So transfer, it actually means I would like to transfer, for example, now in my spot account, I have this amount of USDT. I would like to transfer this amount to, let's say, my investment account or my fiat account or my contract account under the same account. That is why we call it transfer. And this is zero fees, and the transfer is going to happen immediately. Okay, let me just show you this example. I'm just going to change this to USDT for my easier reference. So I'm going to transfer this 390.37 to my contract account. So the moment I'm going to click transfer, this screen will appear, and I'm going to transfer USDT from spot account to my contract account. Okay, so from the spot account to my contract account, you can also click this button right here to shift or change the positions of these two spots. So now I'm trying to transfer from contract account to spot account, and you can toggle between them too. Okay, so if I'm going to transfer this spot account to contract account, the available balance in my spot account shown here is 300 USDT. So there's a button here that click all. I can choose to transfer only 100, or I can choose to transfer all as well. So let's say, for example's sake, I'm going to transfer all, and I'm going to click confirm, and let's see what happened. Okay, so it said that transfer successful. So go back and let's check out the balance here. Now, can you see that the spot account, there is no more balance left? All right. So the $300 USDT actually been transferred to my spot account already. So let's say if I'm going to transfer it back again, so you just a click of button, transfer USDT, and I'm going to transfer this round from contract account to back to my spot account as much as 300 USDT. Okay, so I just click confirm. Now, can you see that the amount has been transferred to my spot account back again? So this is going to happen in real time, and that's zero costs for you to transfer your funds in between your same account under the same account of different wallets. Okay, So I'm going to change back to my local currency so for my easier viewing. Okay, so that is about the assets part. Okay, so next section, I'm going to talk about how you can place a trade. If you have noticed already, we have two different types of trades. Basically, it's spot trading and future tradings. Okay, so future tradings in Phemex, they call it contract trading under USD SM, perpetual. So this is the one that you're going to use it. Perpetual contract using USDT as margin. So before I go to that, let us talk about spot trading first, which is much more easier. So spot trading, what does it mean is that you would like to purchase some coins and keep it as your assets. And when you do that, basically you are just going to wait for the coins that you purchase to appreciate in your values. Then you can sell it off to enjoy that profits. That is what spot trading is. It's basically a much more medium term to a long term investment. So if you like to invest, okay, you are not a trader, you would like to invest, you do not want to take much of the risk, so spot trading is for you. So how can I do spot trading? I'll just hover my mouse into spot and click onto spot trading, and this screen will appear. So this screen over here, it might look a little bit complex and complicated and overwhelming. So do not worry, I'm just going to go through part by part of it. Okay, so look at the left-hand side area. And the left-hand side area here shows a chart with all the candlesticks and some lines available that you can see. And this is a chart for Bitcoin. So this on the left hand side, top left side here, it is what we call it as the not indicator, is the coin that is displaying. So this chart actually is a Bitcoin chart. What does it mean by slash USDT? Is that USDT is the collateral coin that we are going to use to trade, or you are going to use to buy Bitcoin. Okay, because your account has been funded with USDT. Like what I mentioned just now, how you can transfer your funds into your wallet, into your assets. So now you are going to have USDT. So that's why you're going to see something like this. Okay, so USDT is the collateral coin, and Bitcoin, BTC, is going to be the coin that you would like to buy or purchase right now. So to change to another coin, what you can do is just click onto here, and you will see like there's a search button. You can type, let's say for example, a Matic. Okay, so Matic. So I just type Matic. So you can see that there's Matic here. You can click onto Matic USDT. So make sure you choose USDT because that is going to be your collateral coin, not USDC. Okay, so there's a difference between these two. So if you are going to purchase Matic coin, for example, so I'm just going to click onto that. That is going to change to Matic USDT chart, and this chart is your Matic chart. All right. So from the chart, what you can do, you can toggle around between a different time frame. You can see like 1 minute time frame, 5, 15, 30, 1 hour, and so on. Just click onto that, and the chart will change. So this is a view of a 1 hour chart, which means each of these candles are representing the movement in 1 hour time. And on the right hand side here, there's a timer showing that there's another 49 minutes and 46 seconds, roughly about that, to finish this 1 hour candle, the last candle or the recent candle that we're looking at right now. Okay, so on the chart right here, a couple of things that you can play around. First thing first, of course, you can choose, if you hover your mouse after the time frame here, you can see that there are availability of candlesticks types that you can choose. You can choose Heikin-Nashi candles, then it becomes like this. You can choose a bar candle, it becomes like this. You can choose a normal candlestick, it becomes like this. So it depends on which type of candle that you're more comfortable viewing. You can just change your candlesticks right here. Okay. Then the next button here, FX. These are the indicators that you might want to plug in onto the chart for your analyzing purpose. For example, so now we can have, we actually see a volume indicator right here. Let me just turn this off. So how to plug in this volume indicator at the bottom part right here, just click onto this FX, which is the indicator button, and type in, let's say, volume. Okay, so once you click volume, and you can see that the volume bar is appearing right here. And this volume bar can be adjusted by just click and drag this one to make the size bigger and smaller. Because if when you have using a couple of other indicators, the chart might be getting a little bit smaller, so you might want to resize this one as you wish. Okay, so let's say, for example's sake, I'm going to place another indicator called MACD. So if I'm going to change, I click on the MACD, so the MACD chart is going to appear right here. Okay, so this is going to be the indicator part, but of course, indicator part, you can do some finer settings as well, such as this EMA, this purple, blue, yellow color line. You can do some customization to it. Just hover your mouse onto this, for example, MA7 SMA. I wanted to change it into, let's say, a bright yellow color. Okay, so bright yellow color, just click on the bright yellow color. Inputs, I would like to change to, let's say, a 9, for instance, and I would just click OK. Then there it goes. The yellow color has been changed. Then the blue color, let's say I want to change to let's say maintain it blue, by change this to, let's say 20. Scroll down a little bit and I click OK. So there you go. So it's been changed to 20. And if, let's say, purple color here, I would like to change to, let's say, green color. And I would like to change the input into, let's say, for example, 50. And I don't want to use smoothing line. I want to use a EMA instead. And there it goes. It changed to a green color. So all this can be customized from the side menu. Just hover your mouse and click onto the settings button, and you can change those lines right here. Same goes to volume. You can do some settings as well. So basically, normally I don't really do this one, but if you want to do some a slight minor adjustment to your volume indicators or any indicators that you wanted to use, please you feel free to do so. And you can also resize your indicators like this. Let's say, for example, your MACD, it looks a little bit too big. You can also hover your mouse to the right hand side here, click and drag to resize them, and click and drag in the area here to move them around. So these are the flexibility of the charts that you can get here, despite using the charting tools in Phemex itself. Okay, so apart from using the charting tools in Phemex, you can also use a trading view, which is another app that we normally use to identify and do our analyzing by applying a strategy before we place our trade right here. So this is as far as the left side chart is concerned. So let's move on to the interesting part on how to place a trade. Now remember, this is a spot trading, which literally means you would like to buy this coin as an asset. Excuse me. Okay, so moving on to here, this is where you are going to buy your assets. So click onto spot. Don't go for cross, because cross, it will actually occur a higher leverage, as you can see here, 5x, which normally I don't use this. So just use spot trading, because spot trading gives you the least risk available. Okay, the more higher the leverage that you're using, the higher the risk that you are going to experience as well. Okay, so click onto spot, and I would like to buy this Matic at this current price right now. I'm going to click on market, make sure it's on the buy button, and how much USDT you're willing to spend to buy this coin. So here there's a slider bar. You can slide. As you slide it, it will shows you the amount in USDT that you're going to spend to buy Matic. Okay. If you do not want to use the slider, you can also key in manually. Let's say I want to use like 100 USDT. So this is going to be 33% from my available amount in my wallet that I'm using to buy this coin. Okay. So once confirmed, you just click buy Matic. That's it. Okay. I'm going to show you, like, for example's sake, I'm going to buy 100 USDT worth of Matic coin. So once I click buy Matic, it doesn't show you anything right here, but I have already bought Matic. Okay, so where to see my coins availability? If I hover down right here, I will see this order history, or I can check it over my balance as well. But the easier way to do this, I'm going to head on to my assets, click onto assets again. And in my spot account, I'm click onto my spot account right now. All right. Now, can you see that this is the amount of USDT that I'm having, and this is the amount of Matic that I have just bought a while ago. I have used like this amount of money, okay, to buy Matic. That actually cost me about 181 Matic. Okay, so this is the amount in Matic that has been in value of 464 ringgit Malaysia that I have just bought a while ago. Now, let's say, for example, now you have profited after a few months or maybe a few years of buying this amount, okay? And you wanted to take out your profit by selling this off. So what you can do here is that you can go to trade, okay? This is one option of it, or you can click onto spot trading again, okay? And go back, make sure that you are going back to your Matic coin. Okay, so how to search for Matic? You can just type in the search bar right here and click onto Matic. So make sure that it display as Matic/USDT. So since you already has Matic in your wallet, okay, so consider that I have already profited. Now I want to sell off my Matic. So click on the spot, click the sell button this time, click on market. Now you will see that your available Matic right here is this amount. Okay, so you wanted to sell 100% of it. So what can I do is that I would just pull this slider bar to 100% of it, and I would just click sell Matic. Then immediately you're going to see that this amount is gone. All right. So how to check that again? Go back to your assets, click onto assets again, click onto the spot account right here, and you are going to see your amount of Matic has been reduced, or it won't go to absolute zero because there will be some the movement of the market in especially in crypto market is so fast. So the moment when I click 100%, when I click onto that, there's this 0.02 cent that did not able to fulfill the whole contract. Okay, so what can I do right here? Since I have this very small amount that I cannot sell, I can actually convert this to USDT. But however, if the amount is too small to convert, I might not be able to convert it. Okay, so let me just give this a try, see whether I can convert this. I have Matic and I want to convert all to, let's say, USDT. No, so I need to have like at least 20 available Matic in order for me to convert this. Okay, so literally I cannot do that unless I need to just place more Matic to make it a 20 Matic before I can convert back into USDT. So this is for example 6. So at least you know that how to purchase your coin and how to sell your coin once you have profited. Okay, so I hope you guys understand on this spot trading part how to buy and how to sell. Okay, so once you've done that already, we are going to move on to the interesting part, which is contract trading, or what we always call it as future tradings. Now in future tradings, it is on another part or another section, which is just now we talk about spot trading, which is here. Now hover your mouse to contract and head on to USDSM perpetual, whereby you are going to use USDT as your collateral to trade. So click onto here. You are going to see some similar chart options on the left side, okay, as this one, okay, on the top left here, it shows you that this is a Bitcoin chart without the slash, okay, without the slash. But we all know that this is a account that we are going to trade using USDT as our collateral. So that's why the display will be Bitcoin USDT perpetual. Okay, if you would like to change to another coin, let's say Ethereum, so just click onto there. You will see that some available coins that is here. So this is under USDSM perpetual. So you can just scroll down and look for the coins that you would like to trade, and click onto that. Let's say, for example, Ethereum. I will just click onto here. Then you can see that the display has been changed to Ethereum USDT perpetual. Okay, so what's next is that on the left side, as I mentioned, on spot trading is the same thing. You have your time frame right here, you have your candle types, you have your indicators that you would like to add on. Let's say if I like to add on MACD again, just click onto that, then MACD is going to be displayed at the bottom right here. Okay, so depends on which are the indicators that you would like to use, and just feel free to use it. And also, if you would like to do some minor adjustment to that, just hover to those respective indicators, click onto the setting buttons. Like for example, this one, hover onto that, click on the setting buttons, then you can have some minor settings that you would like to change. Okay, so now move on to the right hand side. Okay, this is the part where you're going to place your trade. First of all, of course, I'm going to talk about market trade first. Market trade is going to be where you're going to take it up the liquidity from market by placing a trade immediately with whatever price that is actually running right at the moment. Okay, this is the order book. Order book means the center part here shows the current price right now at the moment. These are the positions placed by some of the traders out there using the same Phemex account as with us, that has been placing their trades as a conditional trade, which means this trade hasn't been triggered yet. So there's a difference between taking a market trade, which is an immediate trade, as compared to all these conditional trades right here. Now, why do you think that all these people place all these conditional trades, which hasn't been triggered yet? Now, the reason is because when you place a conditional trades like this, for example, all these red colors here are all the positions that is running on shorts, which hasn't been triggered yet. While all these positions right here are all those long position that hasn't been triggered yet. Okay, so what does it means is that this trader right here, now if you can see that the price now is 1634.58, this trader has been placed a trade on 1634.57 to buy Ethereum at this price, at this volume. Okay, but however, since the price hasn't reached there yet, it will not be triggered. Okay, so this is just an order book to show how many traders are placing their conditional trades right here and here, and this is going to be your existing or current price of whatever coin there is. Okay, which is not very important, because what I'm saying is that what you need to know is how to place a trade rather than looking at the order book. This is just as good as just for reference. Okay, so moving on to the right hand side. The right hand side, there's a two options right here: standard mode and trading bot mode. Always choose standard mode for manual trading. Trading bot mode is by using some bot trading, which I don't like to use that, because literally when you use like grid trading bots right here, the amount of profit is going to be very less. So I don't recommend you to do that. So instead, opt in for standard mode. Okay, so standard mode, there's two things here, which is where you are going to use either open and a trade, or you want to close a trade. So most of the time, I'm going to use an open trade. I rarely close a trade, because when it comes to closing trade, there's another options where I can use. Okay, so click on open trade. And next part is copy trading is enabled for this currency. Please open position with caution. So this is just a note, not very important. And over this part, this is a very important thing. So click onto here, where you will have this small window popped up. Now I'm going to talk about this two leverage mode first. Now, very important. Please pay attention to this. I am choosing cross mode. Okay, cross mode means, let's say for example, I have $100 in my wallet and I'm using cross mode. And for this trade, I am only using $10 as my position size. Okay, if let's say each and every trade, there will be a liquidation price stated over there. If let's say this trade particularly, I'm using cross mode, and my $10 has been in trade, in running trade, and it hit its liquidation price. So what will happen is that I'm going to lose that $10, plus I'm going to lose the balance of my $90 in the wallet if I am using cross mode. Okay. Now, if I'm going to use isolated mode on the other hand, same example, I have $100 in my wallet. And out of this $100, I took out $10 to place a trade. Let's say this trade hits its liquidation price. So what will happen is that I am only losing this $10 and I'm still having my $90 in my wallet still. Okay, so these are the difference between cross wallet and isolated wallet. Apart from that, what are the things that you need to understand from this cross and isolated wallet is cross wallet will give you a bigger space for your candles to move, while isolated mode, it gives you a very tiny space for the candles to move. So let me just show you on the chart. Say for example, this is you are using a cross mode, okay, for instance, just for example, okay, this is a long position that I've placed. If let's say I'm using a cross mode, let me just draw a line to as for your reference. Okay, let's say for example, this is the liquidation price. If I'm going to use this cross mode, this is going to be the liquidation price. Just for example, okay, guys. So this is a long position. Say for example, now these long candles right here move up and go down, move up and go down, move up and go down. As long as it doesn't touch the liquidation price, then my trade is still running. Okay, even though it's on drawdown. But however, if I'm going to use isolated mode, this liquidation price is going to be very near, okay, to my existing price that I've placed. So with that being said, this candle needs space to move. Okay, so if you use isolated mode, this candle might have boom and touches the liquidation price and go back up again, which resulting you're going to lose money from there. So that's the difference between cross and isolated mode. Apart from what is going to be consequences of that, let's say just keep it simple. Cross mode will lose all your money in your wallet if it hits liquidation price. Isolated is isolating that particular trade from the balance of your wallet. So if you're losing that trade, you are only losing that trade. Okay, so I hope you understand that. So let me just delete this first. Okay, let's move on. Cross mode and isolated mode. So choose wisely on which one you use. My recommendation for me personally, I love to use cross mode. Okay, because I need to have that range for the candles to move. So once you have cross mode selected, this is where you need to choose between your leverage. For me, our style is always maxed up leverage. Okay, so when you use maxed up leverage, what is going to happen is that the same movement from the market, same movement from the chart, I am going to multiply it with 100 times. Okay, for a long position and also for short position. You can actually choose a different leverage for a long and short position. Say for example, I have two running positions for this Ethereum trade. Long position, I put 100x, while short position, I put only 10x. So with that being said, if my trade is the long position trade goes up 1%, it is going to times 100 times from that value itself. So if I'm going to have another trade, which is a short position, if the movement is 1% down, it is going to multiply it with 10 times only. Okay, so you want it, the same leverage won't apply to one single position. Let's say, for example, I'm only having one long position. So it's going to take only this 100x to that position. It will not take this short leverage into that long position. Okay, vice versa, if I'm going to have a short position, it will only take this 100x leverage into that short position, and it will not take this long leverage into that position. Okay, so I hope you understand that. So if you, in any cases that you don't understand any of this, please feel free to send me a message to just check what actually means, okay, by this leverage and also this different cross and isolated mode as well. Okay, so feel free to message me to ask me question on how you can clarify this. Okay, so once you have done choosing your modes and also your leverage, just click confirm. So this is what it means by you're using cross mode, long 100x, short 100x. These are your leverage. Okay, now I'm going to talk about market trade. Okay, market trade, here you got like 1, 2, 3 different types of trade. Market trade is whereby I'm going to take out a position directly or immediately right on the dot. Let me see whether I have, I don't have any Ethereum trade. Okay, so let's say for example, I'm going to place a trade, market trade right now, and size, this is my available balance in my wallet, and this is the size of the Ethereum that you would like to purchase. Okay, so for example, I'm going to place a long position right here. I expect that the price is going to go up, so I place a long position. Now before that, I need to choose how many Ethereum, or what are the unit or trade size that I would like to determine. There are two types of methods that you can apply. You can either key in manually. So when you key in manual, let's say for example, I would like to buy a 1,000 Ethereum, that will actually cost me 163, sorry, 1,634,550 USDT, which obviously I don't have that much of money, right? So let's say, let me just reduce it to 10 Ethereum. 10 Ethereum is like 16,345, which I don't have that enough money as well. So let's say if I'm going to buy one Ethereum is 1634. Again, I don't have enough. So what we need to do, you can also place like 0.1 or 0.5, which it's only requires me to use 163 USDT. So if the measurement of this coin is a little bit hard to refer, another options that you can consider is to drag this slider bar. Now, when you drag this slider bar, do you notice that the amount or the cost used for this particular trade will be displayed underneath here? Okay, so you see that when I drag over here, what does it mean is that if I'm going to drag until like 35% of my wallet, which means I'm going to use like $10.2459 to create a long position. And at the very same time, if I would like to create a short position, I'm going to use 10.2569 as well. Okay, why these two figures are the same? Because I am using the same leverage. Now let us just do a very simple experiment. I'm going to change the short leverage to, let's say, 10x. Okay, and let's see what's the difference. Now can you see that now since the leverage has changed, the cost will change as well. Can you see that? So if I'm going to use 100x to open a long position, it is going to cost me 10.2487. While if I'm going to use this 35% of my wallet balance to create a short position by using 10x, the cost is only 9.9324. So it will make a difference if you use a different leverage in terms of your cost. Okay, so for this case, I'm going to pull back into 100x again. So it makes it the same. Now I'm going to place a long position. So very simple for market trade. Once you have selected your cross mode and your leverage, choose market trade, drag on how much of the value that you wanted to use. Like for example, this is 7.3. I would just click long. Immediately, your position is going to appear here, right here. You see that? So this is the position that I've just placed right a while ago. Ethereum and long 100x, and this is the margin that I've been using. I've been using 6.9281 USDT, and right now the realized profits, it's 0.3 negative 0.3923. This is actually the taker fee incurred by the exchange, okay, which means you are going to pay this amount of fee to the exchange even though you haven't made any profits yet. So this is the fees charged. And remember just now I mentioned about the order book where all these people, all these trader has been placing their conditional trade, but it hasn't been triggered. So that is where you always wanted to place a conditional trade instead of market trade. Because when I put a market trade, eventually I'm taking out this liquidity from the market and place a trade immediately, and my trade has been running. So when I do that, they are going to charge me a fee, that what they call it as a taker fee. And a taker fee, it is going to be slightly higher than a maker fee. Maker fee is whereby all those trader has been placing their conditional trade, but it hasn't been triggered yet. Now, in the case of the trade will be triggered, they will charge them as well, but they will be charged as a maker fee, and maker fee is slightly cheaper. So if I'm not mistaken, right now, at this moment of time as we speak, Phemex is charging 0.01% for maker fee and 0.06% of taker fee. So it is just a very small fee, but however, I think you guys should know about this. Okay. So now right here, the trade that I've placed just now is been running into profit, 3.46 of profit that brought me 0.24 USDT. Now, to show this to your friend that, you know what, guys, I have been making some money, you can click on this small button right here. Click onto that. So this is the P&L report where you can save this image and share on your social media and also share with your friends. I have been making 10.85% on this Ethereum trade that is running on the long position using 100x leverage. So this is going to be the opening price and the closing price. Closing price, that means the current price right now that brought you this 10% of profits. Okay, so what you can do is just click save image. It will be saved on your computer. Then you can just share it with your friends. Okay, so this is going to be my positions that you have placed right here using a market trade. Now let's talk about limit trade. Limit trade is going to be a little bit confusing. Let's say, for example, the price you can see right here as this Ethereum price is slightly going up, right? That's what brought me this profit of 8% right now. Okay. What if I said that I wanted to place a short position because I expect that the price is going to go down, but I do not want to short over here because I can see that the price is still going up. I would like the system to short this trade for me when the price reaches this line, for example. Okay, so when it go up and touches that line, I will make the system automatically place a short position down, which is against the directions of the candle movement. The candle movement is going up, but I want to short it down because I want to short it from the highest point so I can gain more profits. You get what I mean? So in order for you to do that, you do not need to watch your trade all the time. You can do so by placing a limit trade. So how to place a limit trade is pretty simple. So I'm just going to click on limit trade. This cross and leverage is going to be the same thing. Choose the same thing. And limit price is whereby until which point that you would like the system to short for you. Okay. For example, I would like to short my position over right at this point at 1642, for example. With that being said, I wanted to the system when the candle move up to this blue line 1642, I want to place a short position from this point. So over the right side here, I just need to type in 1642. Once you've clicked limit, type 1642. Again, slide whichever how much that you are willing to spend for this trade. So once I slide it here, I can see that the amount that is going to cost me to place a short limit trade, it is going to cost me 5.3360. So I'm going to just click open short right now. So what will happen if you notice, let me just zoom in a little bit. Can you see this limit right here? So this is going to be the conditional or the limit trade that I have just placed, but it hasn't been triggered yet. Okay, so with that being said, where should I see this? if I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to look at my active orders. Okay, active orders are all the place for all your limit trade that hasn't been triggered. So this is going to be the trade that I want the system to activate or trigger it for me when the price reaches 1642 is a short position in red color. And if I do not want this, I realized that, oh crap, I made a mistake. I wanted to cancel this off. Very simple. You just click cancel here and remove. Okay, so there you have it. You have canceled that. And even on the chart, it is not displayed here anymore. Okay, so that is limit trade. It goes against the directions of your candle movement. Now, another trade that you can consider that I use most of the time is conditional trade. Conditional trade is whereby I would like to place a long position, but not now because I feel that the volume is not strong enough for the push. I would like to wait the candle to reach, let's say, to this level to place a long position. So what can I do here is that in fact, I have already has one conditional trade right here. So conditional trade, you can just hover your mouse onto this small arrow that's pointing down, choose market conditional, and trigger price will be always above it. Let's say, for example, I would like to place a long position when the candle reaches here to go up. So this position, I will just, let's see, what's the value? 1650, okay? So 1650, I just key in here the trigger price 1650, 16, oops, 1650, oops. Okay, so 1650, okay? So what does it mean is that it means I want the system to place a long position when the candle reaches 1650. Okay, so I just click at market condition 1650 and trigger by the price, just slide the slider as usual. And long position is going to cost me 5.4886. So I just click long position. So there you go. My position has been placed. Where can I see this? This time, I'm going to hover my mouse to conditional orders. Just now, limit orders, it appears in active orders, while conditional orders will appear here. I'll click onto here. And this was my conditional order that I have just placed. Is a long position. I would like this system to place a long position for me when the prices reaches 1650. Okay, at this amount of 0.3 ETH. Okay, and you can see that the status here are untriggered, which means that the trade is not triggered yet, so nothing actually happens. Now, the advantage of placing a conditional trade is that I expect that the price is going to go up here, then it helps me to place a long position, right? But what if the price never came all the way up here, it goes down instead? In fact, if you do that, nothing will happen to your conditional trade and you are not losing anything yet. So that's one of the advantage of using conditional trade. And I love to use conditional trades a lot of times. Okay. And if you do not want this trade to happen and appear here, you can always cancel it. Once you cancel, it would change to remove. Just remove it from the list. There you go. Your conditional order has been removed. This is my existing conditional order that I displayed before even these recordings take place. Okay, so there you go. How you can monitor your limit, market, and conditional order. Okay, I forgot something. Okay, while you place your conditional order, let us just do that again. Okay, conditional order 1650 and slider bar. There is this setting your stop loss, which is very, very important. Okay, so setting stop loss right here in Phemex, they is split out into two sections, which is a long take profit stop loss and short take profit stop loss. Okay, let's say, for example, my trade is 1650. It is here. And if anything that happens once it triggered my trade, the price drop back down. And I don't want it to drop like very, very low. I want it to cut loss, let's say here at 1618, for example. Okay, this level right here. So what I'm going to do here is that this is a long position. I'm going to click this one. And SL means stop loss, TP means take profit. And what are the figure again just now? It was 1616. Okay, so I'm going to just key in 1616 right here. Okay, it will also show you that if the price has been triggered at 1650 and the price dropped down to 1616, I'm going to lose 112%. That is going to cost me 5.6014 USDT. So once that confirmed, just click on open. Okay, again, if you still remember, if I'm going to place a market order, where should I look at things? Where should I check it? Okay, if you remember, active orders are all for limit trades, while conditional orders are for the conditional orders. So if I'm going to see at the conditional orders right here, this is the trade that I have already placed a while ago, just right now. When the price reaches at this 1650, it is going to help me to place a long position. That's conditional order, right? But right here, you cannot see the take profit or stop loss that has been set. So this is one of the setbacks of Phemex, which I have already reported to the technical team, where you cannot set your take profit or stop loss after you have placed your conditional orders. With that being said, once it appears here, you cannot edit and you cannot place your take profit or stop loss from here. So what can you do is that, let's say, for example, I'm going to cancel this again. I do not place my stop loss, okay? Straight away, I place a conditional order over here. Then only I notice that, oh crap, I forgot to put my stop loss. So what can I do? What can you do is that just to cancel this, remove this, and place another new trade with your stop loss, okay? With your stop loss, and you can open. But right here, you can't see it yet. You will see it once the trade has been triggered in your open position. So before that, let me just remove this. Okay. In your open position, these are the position that has been triggered. Okay. Now, can you see that the trade that I have placed a while ago is been running onto a drawdown of negative 11%? Okay. So once you reach this stage of negative 11%, I do not want it to go further down. I need to set a stop loss. Right here, what you can do is that click onto this. This column right here is take profit stop loss, where you can edit it once the trade has been triggered. Okay, say for example, I wanted to set the stop loss at 1616, where I'm going to lose 115%. That is going to cost me 7.5679. And once I click confirm right here, I will see that this stop loss has been placed. You can see that 1616, this is stop loss. And if I'm going to set a take profit, it's going to appear right in front of it. I can click this again. Let's say take profit, my entry price is at roughly about 1634. Let's say I would like to take profits once the price reaches 1680. Okay, so if the price reaches 1680, I'm going to have this 275% of profit. That brought me 18 USDT. So I'm click confirm on that. So can you see that on this trade alone, you can see that the take profit displayed here, the stop loss will be displayed here as well. Okay, so in most cases, I don't set on take profit. I will just uncheck it and but stop loss, you really make sure that you need to have a stop loss whenever you place a trade. Okay. Now remember on the P&L report where you click on these small icons right here, whether you are on a winning trade or a losing trade, you can also display this as well. Okay, so this is running on loss right now at a negative 11.35%. Okay, so you can save this image and share it on your social media at the very same time. Okay, so I guess that's about it on how you can place a trade using Phemex. And okay, before I end the session, let me just talk about how do you manage your trade right here. Say, for example, this trade that we played just now is been running onto drawdown, and I would like to close the trade. What can I do is that click on market, make sure that this is at a 100%, and click confirm. That's it. The trade has been closed. Okay. If let's say I don't want to close all of it, I click onto any of this trade. Let's say, for example, I click on market. I can choose to close, let's say, 50%. Let's say 50% of the trade, and I click confirm as well. So you can actually do that. We call it collecting partial profits. Okay. Say for example, this trade right here, this Bitcoin trade, where I'm having 1,000% of profits, for example. If I'm going to just collect some profits out of it, okay, I can choose to hold about to like 50%, and I click confirm. I'm going to collect the amount of profits, half of this portion. I'm going to collect that. Okay, so this is one example how you can manage your trade. If you don't want that, just click onto market 100%, click on confirm. That's it, and you are done with it. So you have closed that order. Okay, so I hope I have covered whatever enough for you to understand, for you to place a trade manually on the future tradings, which is this USD and perpetual, and also how you can use your wallet to transfer funds out and in and out by using the assets options, and also how you can place an order in spot trading. Okay, so these are the few things that I would like you guys to understand. So feel free to ask me questions if you have any doubts that you would like to ask me. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Thank you.